Good morning, noon, or night. My name is Jet, and welcome to my channel, JITV, Jet in the Valley. So I wanted to talk about briefly what it's going to take for you to become a single-minded man or woman. We are split. Our nature is split right now. We have our animalistic mind and body with logic, and then we have our animating life force energy, which is love. The goal of this reality is to become united back together with love, therefore becoming single-minded. Okay, so a double-minded man is unstable in everything they do. They're unstable because they have not come together to unite with their truer eternal selves. One of the only conditions that's going to, and now I understand why this is difficult. People don't want to admit that they have really badness in them, and it comes from your heart. Just badness, because everyone has it in there. There's no getting around that. It's obvious. And it's only a matter of a few different decisions and choices before people start to lose their battle against the ill wills of their heart. A few steps in the wrong direction, which is the anti-love and opposite of love direction, and you're sliding down a hill and doing things that you would have sworn you never would have done. And it comes from our heart. And unless you recognize that and you seriously consider that that's true, and you can see it in yourself, and you start to wonder, why am I like this? Why is this here? Why do I keep making these decisions? Until you can admit that it's you and it's in here, then you can't be reunited with love, and you can't become single-minded. You have to be willing to accept that the badness is out here, but it's also in here, and we need help from love to fix that. And it will help you, but you have to be willing to acknowledge that there's a problem. If you can't acknowledge that there's a problem, it can't be fixed. I'm sure a lot of people out there that call themselves empaths, which is people that are more in tune with love, in my opinion, as a souled individual. I would not call them empaths personally, because it's supposed to be a natural, normal part of your human condition, is to experience empathy for people and with people and of people. They will be able to tell you where it all comes from. So, but until those people will be able to tell you that if someone has a problem, if they're not willing to accept that problem and admit that they have that problem, you cannot help them. You can give every drop of energy that you have, every drop of love to someone to try to help them, but if they can't admit that there's a problem, nothing you do is going to help them. And that's the same thing that's happening with everybody. Until you admit that there's something wrong and something not right with how that's functioning and how we're making our decisions and how the entire structure of at least our society in America is anti-love, until you accept that these systems are coming from us, not everybody, now is going to be the time that we have to recognize the problem so that we can get the help. And the help comes from love, and it will always help you, just like a good parent will always help their child. You have to let them learn their lessons and chasten them and teach them. That's called being a good parent, you know. But if they knew they did wrong and they came to you and they apologized, said, I'm so sorry that I did that, a good parent forgives them, even if it's a little difficult and hard, even in our current conditions, even if it takes some time to really forgive them. You, as a good parent, want to forgive your child for making mistakes, because we're all making mistakes. And some people have to make mistakes way worse than others to get to where they need to be with love, and acknowledging that there's a problem and we need love to help us, and we need to be united, and we need to be fixed by love. So yeah, I'm going to call that one good, and much love and many thanks. Thank you.